The year is 331 BC. Picture this, the dust of Gaugamela rising into the sky, swirling like smoke from a great fire. Can you see it? The battlefield stretches wide before us, a clash of empires, ambition, destiny itself. History tells us that on this fateful day, Alexander the Great, that fierce conqueror, shattered the Persian Empire, forever altering the course of civilization. But what if we dared to imagine a single twist? An arrow finding its mark, piercing the air with purpose, a cavalry charge breaking through the Macedonian line, Darius III, the King of Kings, standing firm, resolute, holding his ground instead of fleeing. What if, just what if, the Persian Empire triumphed over Alexander? You see, Alexander's conquests, they didn't just change a few maps, they shaped the very foundations of our modern world. He spread Greek culture across Asia, opened up trade routes that connected the East and the West, and forged this incredible era, the Hellenistic Age, a glorious blending of ideas, philosophy, science, and politics. His empire, though it was short-lived, became the blueprint for future civilizations like Rome and Byzantium, and even the way we envision global power today. But let's imagine for a moment, if Persia had triumphed, this whole story would have taken a different turn. Instead of a Macedonian victory echoing through the ages, it would have been the Achaemenid dynasty, one of the world's first true superpowers that would have dictated the flow of history. Can you feel the weight of that? Let us return to Gaugamela. You see, the Persian forces, they were far outnumbering Alexander's, were not destined to break. Just imagine those scythed chariots slicing through the phalanx with such deadly precision. Picture this, Alexander himself struck down amidst the chaos, his command severed, his army collapsing around him, the invincible conqueror lying lifeless on the plain, his legend snuffed out before it could even begin. Persia stands victorious. And from this single fateful moment, a chain of consequences begins to unravel. The Persian Empire, instead of crumbling into dust, experiences a remarkable second wind. Darius III, once remembered, perhaps unfairly, as a coward, would be hailed as the savior of his dynasty. Can you believe it? The Greek world, fractured without Alexander's unifying presence, would spiral back into endless wars between city-states. With Sparta, in reality, Alexander's victory was a game changer. It unleashed the spread of Hellenism. Greek became the language of scholarship and trade, stretching all the way from Egypt to India. Just think about it. Cities like Alexandria blossomed into vibrant centers of learning, science, and philosophy. His empire shattered the Persian world and wove a new cultural fabric that transformed everything. But in our alternate path, none of that happens. Instead, Persia holds tight to its vast territories, from the Aegean to the Indus, from Egypt to Central Asia. Greek philosophy, instead of dominating the intellectual landscape, it gets boxed in, confined to the Aegean. The brilliant teachings of Aristotle, the profound ideals of Plato, the very logic that later shaped Rome and the Renaissance, these ideas would have a much smaller footprint. Science, politics, and culture might have taken a defeat. Step 1, Alexander's death. Without his leadership, the Macedonian army, once so formidable, crumbles into disarray. The satraps, those Persian governors, seize the moment, reasserting their control over the rebellious provinces. Step 2, Persian resurgence. Darius, with a steely resolve, consolidates his power. He reforms his military, and just like that, Persia reestablishes its dominance over Asia Minor and Greece. No longer a decaying empire, Persia becomes rejuvenated, adapting some Greek tactics while steadfastly holding on to its rich traditions. Step 3, the Greek world. It remains divided. Athens, Sparta, and Thebes left to bicker amongst themselves. Without Alexander's unifying shadow, they find themselves unable to stand against the looming Persian influence. The Aegean, it becomes a Persian-controlled sea. Step 4, the West, it changes course. Rome, the Persian Empire, you see, was an administrative marvel. I mean, just think about it. Its roads, postal systems, and governance allowed it to manage millions across vast continents. But here's the kicker. It wasn't built on the same restless curiosity that fueled Greece. Without Alexander's victories, spreading Greek science and mathematics, knowledge would have taken a different route. Slower, perhaps, but grounded in Persia, India, and China rather than Athens and Alexandria. Can you imagine? The scientific revolution of the West might never even happen. The Renaissance, as we know it, might not unfold at all. And the very language of politics, democracy, republic, philosophy could remain just Greek curiosities, not the global concepts we cherish today. Instead, we might find ourselves in a world where the ideals of monarchy, divine kingship, and imperial order reign supreme for. When you really think about it, history is so incredibly fragile. Just one battle, one decision, one twist of fate can change everything. Alexander's survival and his victories, they brought us Hellenism, Rome, and ultimately shaped the cultural DNA of the West as we know it today. But imagine, just for a moment, what could have happened if things went differently? Without him, Persia's shadow might have loomed over Europe, reshaping our languages, our religions, our very science in ways that are just beyond our comprehension. Instead of distinguishing between the West and the East, we might have found ourselves living under the memory of one vast, continuous empire, a Persian legacy that could have endured for centuries more. It's a wild thought, isn't it? So let's think about it. What if the Persian Empire had actually defeated Alexander? Just imagine how different our world could be. Philosophy, science, politics, even religion could have taken a completely different turn. The Western world we recognize today, its democracy, its empires, its renaissance, might have never existed at all. And that's the fascinating mystery of history, isn't it? Every victory, every defeat, every delicate human choice shapes the path we walk on today. If Alexander had fallen, would we even recognize our world? Or would it be a realm untouched by Greece, instead molded by the hands of Persia? The answer? It's buried deep in the dust of Gaugamela. But here's the lingering question. What if Rome never rose?